Rock Lord, rocks that come alive. Rock Lord, fighting to survive.
Hello everyone, I'm Baltmatrix. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy United, Magneous, and Shard. Both of these figures were purchased at the Hasbro Pulse. We have Rockalords in robotic vehicle forms. Magneous is modeled after the color of granite, the Rockalord, and then the two-headed bot. He's a very, very nice looking little bot, and he is on a figure stand right now. I do love the chunkiness and heaviness of him. That head sculpt is also kind of Batman-esque. Shard, on the other hand, is the only lady of the group so far, and I think she's modeled after the Pteranodon, or at least the color of the Pteranodon that is in Rocklords. But both of these together are very cool. I just wish granite was a different color. I wish it was more of a bolder color, that bluish green, or even a Magmar color. That would work. Or actually, this guy is the Magmar color. We've got a bright green, we've got a nice deep red, and then we've got the gray one who just kind of disappears on my backdrop. I love the overall chunk that this guy gives off. It's really nice, very goon-ish, if you're asking me. And both of these figures are armorizers. You can rip them apart and they can become armor. We'll talk about that later after we do the transformation for both of them. But I really do appreciate this guy. Head is on a swivel, though on my figure, very tight. Arms, swivel, and then a hinge, and then a swivel above the elbow. Bend at the elbows 90 degrees, ball joint at the fist. Yay! Torso articulation, leg can kick forward and back. Bend at the knee is over 90 degrees for the transformation. Foot does articulate forward and forward, not so much back for the transformation. And there is an ankle rocker, so you can pull off some decent poses. And it also comes with a pickaxe. A giant rock pickaxe, and that thumped on my table real loud. Yeah. It's a pickaxe. Yay! Axe, axe, axe. I wanted to give a better look at that head sculpt. I love the head sculpt. I think it works very well. It's just the problem that it's hollow. I don't like the fact that it's hollow. Oh well. Magneous also has this backpack that pops off. It becomes a shield that it can hold. And then the forearms pop off as well. We'll cover that in a little bit. But I just wanted to show you. It does come with a pickaxe and a shield, even if that shield leaves the back looking rather naked. Shard is lovely. I love the way this thing looks, and just the pointiness and bits, and yeah, it's really nice. It comes with a couple of accessories. We'll talk about that in just a second. Posability. Head is on a swivel, and the head for this figure has light piping, which you can see right there. Arms swivel, hinge, swivel again. At the upper arm, bend at the elbow is 90 degrees. Fists do articulate. They are not on ball joints. They are on swivel joints. There is a torso swivel that's incredibly tight. Legs can kick forward and can kick back, and they are incredibly tight as well, and can kick out like that. And I forgot to show that Magneous can also kick out and do an incredible spread. Hell, both of them can. Then on Shard, you have not a thigh swivel, but a knee swivel. And then the feet can move forward and back, and mainly for the transformation. And then it's got a rocker side to side, which well, that did work. I rocked the entire figure side to side. That's not helping. In terms of accessories, Shard comes with these cannons that can mount on the forearms or can be hand carried in use. And then the blades of the helicopter mode. Yes, because it turns into a giant rock helicopter. And the blades can be held dual-wield style in either hand, like this. And it actually does a, Weapon 23-esque blade attack mode. This is actually in the directions, like that. Or you can sword carry one of the blades, and the other blade can fit in the gun. The cannon, like that. One thing, though. They don't fit in the hands. So, you see these little bits right here? These little protrusions? You can cut them off, but that prevents them from being held like actual swords, which is a shame. So, I will put them on the legs because I'm crazy like that. Now, both of these figures do pull apart into armorizer modes, but unlike the fossilizers and the Junkions before them, you're left with torsos, essentially. So for Magneous, pull off the arms, pull off the feet, or the sides of the legs. So Magneous just kind of falls apart like that. And then Shard, you pull off the arms, you pull off the legs, and you're left with a torso. Okay, that's just creepy. But each one of these can then be used as... Oh, I also forgot to pull off the little panels on Shard and Magneus's forearms. And each one of these bits can be used on other figures, and then you're left with these poor saps. All right, let's get into the transformations. Starting with Magneous, come to the arms and pull the shoulders away to free the chest and the torso, and just kind of grab that whole section, pull it up and over where it was. Take the wheels, chests, bits, and split them open, and then take the head and fold that up into the body. Then the arms will rotate in, and I have these upside down. Whoopsie-doodle. Take the fists and point them inwards, like this, and then this whole section will peg inside. Will go like that. So we want to make sure that the actual bit is there. Put the fist up and drop the shoulder in place like so. Then come to the legs and combine them, and combine the toes, and flip the toes up onto the shins, flip the legs around, and just work with things, and we're done. The only thing we have to do is add the weapon to the top of the rear of the vehicle mode, like so. Next up is Shard. Come to the chest, and next up is Shard. Come to the arms and unpeg the shoulders and flip them out. Then grab the chest and flip it up. Flip the entire chest all the way up like that. Then take the arms and turn them so that the little bit or the little peg is pointing forward, and then fold this whole section up behind the head. Do the same thing on the other side. And these will actually peg into place on the sides. And then come down to the legs, fold the feet up, bring them around, and then bring them together, and then fold them up and unpeg the hips, bring them all the way out, push the panel there back, and then fold the legs up and peg them into place, and get them pegged up in there like this. And there are peg holes underneath that the outside of the shins or inside of the legs will peg into. And that's actually the hardest part of the transformation, is getting these things pegged in correctly. Then take the tail and drop that down, and then attach the rotors and attach the cannons. Now the cannons are a little weird because they want to go in a certain way. So you want to have the opening pointing down and push them in place into the forearms. They will slot into place. You want to remove the cannons before you try to transform it. It just makes everything easier. Then we take these guys and put them on. And we're done. The vehicle modes we end up with are neat. I mean, they're just neat. Magneous ends up with this kind of Mad Max Fury Road meets the Flintstones car that I actually really like quite a bit. I love this thing, and it looks cool. And you can even put the little thingy in the front there, in the screw hole, and act as a battering ram. Or a pancake flipper, aka a spatula. So yeah, there is that. That's neat. I like that. But it is kind of boring. It's a car. I mean, it's just a car. Now, the helicopter. This This is a thing of beauty. This is an absolute thing of beauty. It's so stupid. I love it so much. And it's a tandem. You've got the pilot and you've got the gunner. Oh, and guess what? Guess what? They spin. They spin. It kind of has an evac vibe to it, aka live convoy. But it works really well. I mean, it works really well. It does. Now, I was trying to find a way to combine these two, but I haven't been able to figure that out, except for there's that back there, and I was trying to see, could I get that to fit? And this is all I could come up with. At the time of this video, these are the only 3 Infernax that have been released and announced. There's nothing else on the horizon so far, and nothing that we know about in 2025, at least that I can remember. And that's kind of a shame, because it would have been really cool if we could get a giant rock lord monster like we got with Junkosaurus and whatever the hell the fossilizer one was called. I legit don't remember what its name was. I'm interested in seeing what Hasbro does, because I would love to see, forget Beast Wars. Give us Rock Lords. Did I say Beast Lords? Beast Wars. We've kind of tapped that well a little bit. Give us more Rock Lords. Give us more Infernac Rock Lords. That would just be cool and something different. Alright folks, that's it for my video review today. Let me know what you think of Magneous and Shard down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.